Okay guys, so third time is hopefully a charm here. This is the third time that I'm reviewing for Luxe Addiction, and they are a phone case company you guys have probably heard me talk about if you watched my previous 2 reviews that I've done for them. They were both on the negative side, especially the second one because I was just kind of fed up with the whole thing, but I am happy to say that they have redeemed themselves in my eyes, and I'm going to tell you why now. So before I show you guys the case that is right there behind me, let me go over the basics as I usually do. If you've seen my other videos, then you know that the one thing that I did give them a lot of credit for was their awesome packaging. It comes in this really sturdy box, and then you open it to find everything wrapped in not only just a little plastic to protect your case, but also some bubble wrap, and this pretty much a plastic bag, but just like a really high quality plastic. It says here that this is it's a water resistant retail packaging. So that's really awesome. It has a front screen protector that is thin and optically something without blocking your view. It's a little faded there. It's also water resistant, and it's made from ultra slim, durable, and flexible waterproof PVC material. That's really cool that they include that. I actually had never read it before, so I didn't know that it was water resistant. Then they give you the little baggie with extra pieces in there as usual, and their big poster catalog thing with some of their other cases in there. For my case, I told them that one of the issues that I had initially was not only that it didn't snap shut, that it was a little broken, the little latches were, but also that I asked them to customize the other case and they didn't do any kind of customization at all. So this time they were more specific. They asked me what I wanted customized again, and they, you know, assured me that they would do it, that it would just take a little longer for me to get, and it actually didn't take that long at all. Even though it was customized, it still took them about the same time that it took them the first time, which I think really only took them maybe like 2 to 3 days, which really isn't a lot at all. At least, you know, for them to do it, and then another 2 to 3 days for them to ship it to me, which is about a week, and that is totally okay for me. Usually Decadent cases take weeks and weeks to complete. I know because I had a shop, so to have it complete that quickly is really good. And what I asked them to customize on mine, and the only reason I did that was so you guys could see that, you know, their customization features are good and they actually are stable once they've added onto the case and all that. So I did this just so you guys could get an all-around good example of how this company works in case you do want to order from them, because they are on the pricey side, but I can totally explain to you guys why they're pricey. What I asked for them to customize was to add this little tassel that's at the top corner here that I saw in another case and I really liked, and I also asked them to add this little chain that dangles on the bottom. So they added the little chain on there for me, and then that's pretty much it. Everything else I like to keep the same just because I really loved this case specifically, and it's just like a really chunky blingy case, of course, like most of theirs are. Excuse the swatches, this is from a previous video. This one, as you can see, actually closes on my phone. It's really nice and stable, nothing's broken, everything came perfectly, and I don't have any complaints. You can tell that they just kind of, you know, glued it on top of the pieces that were already there, but that's okay. I don't really mind that. I don't know how they would be if you wanted to actually have a totally different piece than what it originally has on there. Like, say if you don't like these giant rhinestones here, which I'm not a huge fan of, and you want to get something else instead, I don't know if they'd be able to just remove it and put another one on there, but you can always do that yourself anyway. So the case itself that the pieces are glued on isn't the best, because I have had issues with it before, but if it is in good shape, it does seem like it would last a good amount of time. And I think that the pieces they use are obviously really good quality because they use a lot of them first off, so it covers every base of the case itself. You can't see through it at all, which is really difficult to achieve. And on top of that, they have beautiful cabochons and they have Swarovski crystals, and you can for sure tell the difference in quality for Swarovski versus normal rhinestones, and they add those all over the case, just causing this gorgeous, really blinged out effect. And I'm not usually a fan of something this crazy and chunky and girly, but I figured if I'm gonna get a case from them, I might as well go all out. So that's the tassel right here that I asked them to add. I'm not sure if this is leather or not, and I didn't think to check on that, so I'm a little worried about that, but they just added it to the corner, as you can see there. And then I also asked them to add this little chain here, and you can pretty much tell that they just added the chain to the existing pieces, but I don't mind that at all, and I think it still came out really, really beautiful. And as you can see, I mean, the case itself is just stunning and really nice work. The front of it is also really nice, and it has like 4 big rhinestones right there, and then rhinestones all on the side, on that side as well. And yeah, just really, really nice. I think that after the experience I had this time with their customer service, I really was a little more impressed, just because they were a bit more specific with me and careful about the whole order. And I hope that if someone else had an issue like I did, that they would reach out to them the way they reached out to me, because I've had companies that I've had issues with not even care to reach out to me and be like, what can we do to make you happy? Some people just really don't care. So the fact that they did contact me and tried fixing it and sent me a new case is a good sign, because hopefully they would do that with their customers as well. And I did have someone comment on the video that I did previously to this one with the review, the negative review, and they said that they actually contacted the company when they had issues, and that they were going to send them another case as well, and that they were helping them through it and all of that. So, you know, from what I can see, customer service has improved since the last time I worked with them, and the quality of their cases have improved as well. But again, you guys just may want to do your research. I always, you know, suggest you do your own research either way. But from what I can tell with this order, it was perfect, and I really have no complaints. I'm not saying this because they paid me, because they didn't pay me at all. I'm not saying this because they sent it to me, because even though they did send it to me, they sent me the last case and I was still totally honest. I did warn them that, you know, I would be as brutally honest as possible, because these cases range from what, like $50 to $60, and if you're like me, then you're not going to spend that money on just anything, and you're going to want to get your money's worth. So I do think you'll get your money's worth now with the way the company's working. To use my 5-star system, I would give them 1 star for packaging and 1 star for shipping, because it was awesome. I'm gonna give them a star for customer service now, because they were really, really kind, and after they saw my video, they actually had emailed me without me having to email them at all. The other 2 are gonna be the product, as in the quality of the product and all that. I'm giving them a full star for pricing with a total of 5 stars, because I think that if you do get the case in perfect condition, then it is worth all that money. 5 out of 5 stars, and I'm just really happy with this experience that I had with them this time. And if you want to see my other videos to see what was wrong before, go ahead and watch those. I just don't want to get into that in this video, because I want to focus on the experience I had this time. I'm glad I gave them another chance, just so I can kind of clear the air about the company. And like I said before, I wasn't trying to compete with them or anything. My shop is closed. I wasn't trying to badmouth them on purpose. I just really like being honest with you guys and giving thorough reviews for products that I receive. If you have any other questions on the company that you'd like me to answer, I'll do my best to do so, and I'll also link their shop below. It's just luxaddiction.com. I recommend you guys check out their other cases. They do have gorgeous designs, and their work really is pretty. That's it. Bye.